good, everybody? Welcome to Good for the Soul podcast. My name is Shane Whalen. I'm your host, as always. Today, we have a very, very special conversation for me. It is with my friend Joe Petro, who I've known since I was a freshman in high school, and he talks about his journey, specifically in college, about how he was a walk-on to the football team at Marist and working his way up the depth chart. And talking about all the bumps he had along the way. I think it's one of the best ones that I've done thus far, so not going to waste too much time. Let's just jump right into it.
You're always a man on a mission.
Oh, always a man on a mission. Because, honestly, commuting to the city kind of sucked away my ability to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Do something, you know what I mean? Like, you were part of Red House. Like, you saw, it on a daily basis. Like, I loved that grind. Like, I loved that feeling I got when, we did the... Like when we did photo shoots or I sold out of something, it was awesome. I loved that. And I did, you know what I mean? And commuting kind of sucked that away from me. And then moving here, I moved here the day after Thanksgiving. Then, there's Black Friday, Christmas, New Year's. So right after the New Year, I was like, okay, now it's time to go. I got time to chill. I got time to figure out my life. Let's do it. So
that's how I feel being done with football now. Well, temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into that.
Oh, temporarily, he says. Oh, bro, I literally can't fucking wait, dude. Okay. So I have a few questions. So, but we obviously went to high school together, and we met at freshman football.
Yeah.
One of my best memories that me and my best friend Falco has is when it was the drill where it was a lead blocker and then the running back, and then you have to stand. It's almost like a nutcracker drill, but it was off to the side. Bro, it was me and you, who were probably 5'1", $110 soaking
together?
wet. We were the attackers, the hitters, and it was Nate Letowski and Matt Falco lead block.
Really?
I was in front. Falco was lead blocking.
I remember that.
And then you were the person who was supposed to come and track down the kid with the ball. And right before we went, fucking Coach Altmaier grabs Matt's face mask and goes, "Put him in the fucking dirt! Put him in the dirt!" And Falco looks at me and goes, "I'm sorry." I go, "Don't do it, bro. Don't do it."
I think I kind of remember this. Was it in camp?
Yeah, I was in camp.
It was in the summer, right?
Oh, it was in the summer.
I think I kind of remember. I think I hit Nate pretty decent.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, dude, I'm just saying, we were freshmen. We were freshmen, tiny kids.
Oh, tiny.
Oh, tiny. Okay, so...
I tell everyone all the time I was trash in high school. I was there. Everyone was like, well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, no, but that's my question. Is just we played freshman football together, and then you stopped. But I knew you always loved football. Giant Dallas Cowboys fan. Congrats on the hire, by the way. I wish the fucking Jets hired fucking McCarthy. But I think he did need a year off to reconvene.
Oh yeah, he's got a different approach.
Yeah, different approach, 100%. But anyway, but it's just crazy because you didn't play football my sophomore, junior year when I did.
I played junior year. Remember I had that freak knee injury?
Did you?
Yeah, I took an evaluation today with a sports performance guy, and he asked me, he goes, ACL? I was like, no, I burst a sac infection. You don't remember that?
So you played our junior year?
Yeah, I played the first 2 games and the last game or 2.
Yeah, so you I didn't remember you being a part of the not that you weren't part of the team, but I don't remember you playing because I know you took a high. I know you played.
Rumson, I showed up to Rumson game in crutches. I got my surgery that Friday or
Gotcha.
Wednesday.
Gotcha.
That was the second week, I think.
Gotcha. So, but it's just so crazy to watch your football journey, your collegiate football journey from afar because I'm like, yo, he didn't play all 4 years in you know what I mean? It just
I didn't really do shit in high school.
That's what I'm saying. And I was just oh, it's so crazy. And not only to see you do it and do it well, but I could tell, bro, you love it.
Oh my god.
You love it. You love it's automatic. You love it.
Yeah. I like training more than the games. Which it's hard to that's how you know you love it.
I can get that. But yeah, dude, I could just, bro, literally, all right. So let's break it down real quick. So freshman year, we played football together. That's where we became friends. And I was telling, I forget who I was telling on a podcast the other day, was that dude, I played freshman football not because I loved football, but because I knew I was gonna walk into fucking freshman year with 50 friends. You know what I mean? How many, dude? Half the fucking boys in freshman year played freshman football, dude. Everybody played, dude.
It's the same thing in college.
Really?
Yeah.
But then, okay, so then you skipped sophomore year. Why did you skip sophomore year? Just because you just weren't feeling it?
Yeah, I mean, freshman didn't go like how I thought it might, and then I just figured I'd focus on baseball because I was really good at
Oh, you
baseball.
did love baseball. You did love baseball.
Oh,
I
I
forgot
didn't
about
love
that.
it. I was good at it.
Right. True. But did you play Pop Warner ever, or was freshman football your first foray?
First ever time putting pads
First
on.
foray. See, that's
I remember
crazy.
they had me at quarterback in the like the early summer
Mhm.
drill, like before we got the pads and stuff, and we were just in t-shirts running around. They had me at quarterback, and then we gave me the pads, and I couldn't throw.
Bro, I was looking at. I showed Paulie a picture of me and my pads the other day. Me and Brennan Furr, who was an O lineman at the time, had the same
Yeah, they screwed us.
pads, bro. Like the same pads, but whatever. I digress. So you just didn't play your sophomore year, which I don't blame you for, bro, because my sophomore year consisted of getting yelled at, being used as a fucking practice dummy, and standing around a lot.
You know, me and Steve Ruiz kind of like decided together we weren't gonna play.
But he didn't play freshman year.
That's true. Yeah.
So then when he came in junior and senior year and started killing it, I'm like, where the fuck have you been, bro? And then he goes to Monmouth, plays essentially D1 with my boy Shore, and like a dude like Tom's really good friends with Ryan Shore, who like
I know Ryan Shore.
yeah, like who was like on the football team over there and like all that shit. So like when I went over, I was like, asking me like, yo, you guys play with Steve Ruiz? And they were like, yeah, he's like the man.
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy. Like it just blows my mind that like you play a college sport that you didn't play all, you know what I mean? Like it's whatever. It's just a thought. So anyway, okay, so you played junior year, you had the injury.
Yeah. Freak injury.
Freak
I
injury.
can talk about how it happened, which is nuts.
Yeah, all right. I need to know now. What happened?
You know Jesse Abate? He's in my my low key Manalban crew, like Santoro, Leo,
Gotcha.
Jerry, Rubino, all them.
I got a story about Leo
So
a little later.
We're hanging out in one of their basements, and like we're just like fucking around, like Xbox controllers or whatever, like who's gonna play next. And like he kind of just jumps on my back, like, and I like fall onto the carpet with him on my back, and there must have been like a tiny piece of fiberglass that like went into my kneecap. And I remember like looking at it, and I'm like,
was it bleeding?
Yeah, and it like wasn't a lot of blood, but I remember it was like crazy dark, like dark blood. It was almost black. And I was like, that's real weird. Why is it so dark? Like it must be pretty deep. That was like Saturday or Sunday the previous week. I played in the JV game the following Monday.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, I wake up and it's like a little sore. First period, it gets a little more sore. Second period, more sore. Lunch, it's like pretty fucking sore. After lunch, like I can barely bend it.
This is the Tuesday after?
Yeah, Tuesday after I played in the JV game. Going down the steps like after school ends, and I'm literally like limp, like
it hurts. You could tell.
I can't put pressure on it. Yeah, go out to practice, and I like cannot run. I tell coach, who's our coach, Carlstrom.
Yeah, that crazy cat.
Yeah. Tell Carlstrom like, yeah, like, I can't really run now. And he's like, I think you should like go to like he's like, why don't you go home? Like, if I go home, I sent my dad pictures of my two knees together, and one was like incredibly swollen. So he's like, let's go to the ER. Because it's not like I hit or anything or twisted it.
Right.
So we go to the ER, waiting forever, and they're like, it was a staph infection, and they were afraid it could turn into MRSA if it spread throughout my body or something like that.
Bro, that's a big thing in wrestling too. You can't fuck around with that. You could fucking die.
Yeah. So it's just like the way they described it is like bubble wrap is like your bursa sac. You have bursa sacs on all your joints. They described it as like bubble wrap, and they had to take out like the one bubble that was infected.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. I had no idea that happened because that makes sense because I don't remember you playing junior year.
So that was after the first game was against Mondon. Second game was Rumson. So that happened like that happened basically the first week of the season.
And that's tough. And you go through all summer of all that bullshit that they make you go to.
Yeah, and then I came back for the Colts Net game actually. JV Colts Net game, and I fucking gave up 2 touchdowns.
Bro, I literally had the same exact conversation with somebody about it the other day because listen, for all full disclosure, Joe Petro is a way better fucking football athlete than I was, but essentially playing Colts Neck was like you playing Manalpan. Like that's like your hometown squad. Like you grew up with those kids. Like I remember being people like, bro, everybody was like, Shane, why do you care today? Like what's the matter? And I was like, let's go. Everybody's like, what the fuck is happening?
I can picture you like clapping.
Oh, bro, I was ready to go. So So Papson, okay, so Papson, our position coach, would start me in JV because he
Yeah.
like, bro,
Yeah, I remember.
and like, but like, it's because like, yo, I did try and I like showed up to practice, like I paid my dues, like at least let me like, sorry, bro, you put me in for one play, you'd be like cover two, you could cover the flats, literally second down, regardless. He's like Shane, you're out, Shane, you're out. So I got to start, but I only got to start, I only got to play one, whatever. So I was playing. And he called me in the flat, and I panicked and went cover 3 and was like scared that I was gonna give up a pass, and the guy like ducked a ball like to the kid in the flat, and bro, if I jumped that route and cribbed it as a fucking junior JV, oh bro, I was so mad at myself. That was my one big regret in football. But yeah, like dude, like that's crazy, and like. I forget where we were going about it. I kind of completely made it about myself. But you played that game. The Colts game is what you're saying.
Yeah,
That's
that
when
was
you.
like the second to last game of the year, I
Mhm.
think.
It was definitely towards the end, and then we
Yeah.
played Mattawa our last
Yeah.
game of the year, and I gave up the biggest play of my life. I had my biggest play of my life, and I had my worst play of my life in that game.
I missed them. I remember now. So I came back for the Colts game. It wasn't that far at the end. I think the Colts was like third to last.
Mm-hmm.
Came back for the Matawan game.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother passed away.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah,
That's fucking
so-
tough. My grandma passed my junior year too.
Yeah,
It was
so
not fun.
Now I remember. That's why I didn't play that game because I was at her wake and stuff. And I didn't remember we went to Del Barton.
Yes, you didn't go to
I
Del.
didn't travel because I was at her wake, and there was no reason for me to go.
Bro, that's probably
gonna
why I
play.
don't remember you
Yeah,
playing
missed that
junior
whole
year
thing,
because, like, dude, it definitely sounds like you
Yeah.
were missing some crucial pieces
Yeah.
of the season.
And what else happened that year? We had the hurricane that year too, I believe.
Yup, we had
We
Sandy.
missed like 2 weeks of practice.
2 weeks of school, bro.
Yeah.
2 weeks of freedom we
That's
had.
what I'm saying, yeah.
But it wasn't even freedom, dude. We had 2 weeks of fucking no power,
Yeah.
no gas, like crazy. That was a crazy 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so junior year's a wrap. You didn't play Del Barton game. The Del Barton game was fucking crazy. Like, I was talking. I forget who I was talking to about it the other day, but I remember the other Papson put in that freshman Mike Gentile into kick return.
Yeah.
Into kick return, and bro, shouts out that kid. He fucking gave it his all. He was a scrappy kid. God bless. But dude, I just remember him getting murked, and on the sideline, I just being like, oh my god, dude. Okay, so did you play a single varsity down junior year?
Yes, I did.
Mhm.
I put. This might have been one of the maybe it was 3 weeks into the season I got hurt like that weekend.
Gotcha.
Because I remember against Monmouth Regional, I played special teams like punt
Gotcha,
return. And I was like
gotcha.
a jammer.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been early on too. So
Excuse me. I have a
yeah,
little.
so
bit,
I
little bit of
I got my jacket for senior year because of that game special teams.
Mm-hmm. Well, shouts out fucking wrestling. That's what gave me fucking my jacket. Okay. So junior years doesn't go how it goes, right? So are you is that where the bug started? Or you just started No, but then you just.
I mean, I'm trying to think.
But like you don't even need to train in the off season because all summer is training.
Yeah, I mean
Every day, Monday to Friday, you're
I
training.
I did a little, not a little. I guess you can say the book started thing because I put in a lot of work that summer. Like before, I'm talking before training camp.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to the field a lot with Ish,
Right.
Anthony Brown, Edie,
Mm-hmm.
Billy, Steven, all them, and some kids from Matawan. Sean Ram played at Sacred Heart. Their other boys at I think like New Mexico State.
Mm-hmm.
DeJohn Rogers is his name.
Got him.
So yeah, I was training with some pretty legit kids, and I remember a lot of them telling me like, "Damn, like you're good, like,
Mm-hmm.
for like a little dude." But the biggest thing was I never got a shot at receiver at SJV. I had 2 career catches, or 2 or 3.
Okay, to cut a little bit forward.
Yeah.
Twitter. I'm not on Twitter as much anymore, but I remember senior year, going on Twitter, and I didn't play my senior year because I just want to focus on wrestling. And this is also what I say. I made a career out of. I know this is terrible to say, and like I swear I'm a changed person, but I made a career out of making fun of seniors who just did not play.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't be one of these guys. Like,
Yeah.
I can't be one of these guys. And like, I just like didn't love it. My heart wasn't in it. I didn't want to give up my summer. And like I already had my spot on the wrestling team, so I
Yeah.
was like, yo, let me just like try to focus on this, like, so whatever. So I remember I didn't play senior year, but I remember you guys were playing, and then you guys were doing your thing. But I remember a Twitter, not like a battle, but like I remember people angry on Twitter, and then they're like, oh, so we're just not gonna start our best receiving core. Oh, we're just not gonna start our best like slot receiver. And they were
Really?
everybody was talking about you. I remember it vividly.
Really?
Yeah, it was like Frank Bonavita Colo. It was like Ruiz, like everybody. I remember vividly like
Really?
that
Yeah.
that shit happening, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, cause like I knew you loved it. Like there was no doubt that I knew you loved it. So like, did you get a shot receiver senior year, or you was that?
I was like a backup pretty much.
So what did you play like senior year? What is your starting position?
It's free safety, but I didn't even start every game. I rotated with Anthony Brown. I started 2 or 3 games.
Anthony Brown played free safety.
Yes. So what happened?
The quarterback of Boston College right now, they put in as free safety.
This is what I've heard. That pretty much they wanted to make sure he didn't leave SJV.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a sophomore at the time. And Bill, I guess they weren't going to take the job away from Billy. He earned that job. But they wanted to get him on the field some way
Somehow, yeah.
so that he wasn't unhappy and wouldn't leave. So they put him at safety, and me and him pretty much split time. But he got the nod in like the bigger games. I remember, and I would still rotate. I would play a little corner. I think it was Holmdel.
Mm-hmm.
Jelani was a little banged up, so they put me in.
Did Jelani play corner?
Yes.
So, I just see like I don't know the positions honestly. Like who played what my senior year.
I was basically like the rotational DB, like the utility
Gotcha.
DB, and then a couple times like because of injuries, and then the last game of the year, Coach Reed told me that I earned the right to start at receiver the last game of the year. I had 1 catch, but yeah, me and Billy built like a repertoire all off season too. So yeah, no, a lot of people did think I should have played, like should have had a shot receiver.
No, bro, I remember it being like a thing.
I was definitely better at receiver at the time. I truthfully like DB better, but now I'm 175 pounds. Senior year of high school, I was probably barely pushing 150.
Mm-hmm.
So like, even when I could cover, I wasn't afraid to hit, but I wasn't really hitting people with force.
Yeah, no, I could definitely understand that. It's just so tough. Okay, so senior year happens. It's over. You guys went what 6-8? I think was the final. I mean, like, God bless everybody on the football team. I played 3 years with you guys. Like, that's fucking kudos to you. I just didn't play my senior year. I didn't feel I had a spot. My heart wasn't in it. And I feel like a lot of people played my senior year that didn't play before as well. Like Louis Ivine, like your boy, played your senior year and all that stuff. Like, so I thought that was really interesting. Not really interesting, but like the point I'm trying to make is that the squad seemed to be a little bit more bigger, like more filled out. Okay, so then you go to Pitt, right? After high school, okay, high school's over, we graduate, we dap each other up, everybody leaves. You went to Pitt, right?
Yeah, I'm about to party my ass off, thinking it's gonna be like, I'm schmacked,
Mm-hmm.
Barstool, all this shit.
Get to the dorms.
There, I'm not even kidding. 3rd day, I'm like, I don't know, I don't like this. I don't like how I'm feeling right now. I'm not digging this.
So like it just like there was just nothing to do, is what you're saying?
I won't say there's nothing to do. I think a big mistake I made. I was in a dorm of only business students, and they put us in suites instead of with roommates. So I had a roommate in my room, and then we had like a middle room. It was almost like it was the sophomore housing for most schools we had as freshmen. So I had a suite of 4 kids, and we all got along pretty well, and I think almost too well, where we didn't really think we had to branch out.
Was it a strict campus? Like, did a lot of people get in trouble a lot?
No, I wouldn't say that. And like we walk to our parties and stuff. The campus is odd. It's almost like
it's like city-like, right?
It's not in downtown Pittsburgh. It's actually a sub-city called Oakland. But it is. It looks like a city. Yeah. So when you walk,
you didn't want to get the Marshawn Lynch Oakland hat across the chest.
You don't feel like you're on a college campus, really.
See, that's interesting because I obviously went to Westchester with John Cummins, and we lived in a suite of 6 people.
Yeah.
And then like
freshmen?
As freshmen.
Oh wow.
So like we had 2, 2, and 2.
Yeah.
2 bathrooms, and like we were in the corner suite. And it was very similar. I remember thinking like my first 30 days being like, yo, I don't know, man. Like, and also, like, not to get too deep into it, like, I did not want to start over. Like, I loved high school. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, high school was sick,
Yeah.
but it's just like
Oh,
I made my friends who I thought and are still are my friends forever. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I didn't want to leave them. Like, I didn't want things to change. Everything seemed so perfect at that time. So like,
We did crush it at SJV, especially like end of junior, like senior year. We had fun.
I told my brother this, like at like end of junior year, senior year, everybody stopped hating each other.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Hey, do you just want to come hang out at this party or whatever?" And there's no more problems. Like there's no more bullshit. Like
Mhm.
even as 18-year-olds, you're like, "Get the fuck over it." Like you
Yeah.
guys dated the same girl when you were 15, like, you know what I mean, type shit. Like
Totally.
so then so then I remember thinking the same thing when I was a freshman, like, 18, like I'm starting over, like I'm drinking handles of plastic Vlad with Cummins in our dorm room, and I'm thinking like, dude, I don't know if this is for me, man. I don't know if and like I was shy at the time, mad shy too, so it was just like I don't know if I could branch out. So I thankfully got a bid to my fraternity. It literally forced me to branch out, literally forced me to do it. But I remember asking you about it when we went
Yeah.
to Pitt, and you were like, I don't know if there was any. I didn't know. I remember you
Yeah.
being kind of like,
I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
yeah. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes I made was going in there and thinking like I don't know if I have to do a frat. Like I think I'm like most, especially the bigger schools, like
Mm.
you got to do a frat. In my
It
opinion.
just lets you meet
Yeah.
people, and then it just like branches out. Like, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was literally. I hate when people like associate, like, you know me as a person, like I didn't
Yeah.
do my frat for the wrong reasons. Like
Yeah.
I did it to meet people and that to branch out. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
dude, when I was like interviewing kids all the time, they'd be like, "Yeah, I just want to like you guys got the best parties." Like automatically, you say that to me, I'm never talking to you ever again because
Yeah.
you're here for the wrong reasons. That's just kind of like how it was. But like I remember you talking about, yeah, okay, so we'll cut to the chase. So you went to Pitt. Did you stay a full year or you only did one semester?
Full year. I tried to get out. My parents
Parents were like, "Nah, give it a
pretty
try."
much for yeah. They thought by the second semester that I would
Mhm.
have a change of heart, but I did not.
And you were just
I
like,
was
I
doing
do
bad.
not want to do a fraternity.
Yeah. I
Not because
actually
I'm forced.
second semester I actually did rush,
Okay.
and I got two fraternities actually. I think it was like Pi Cap or
Yeah,
something. I
whatever. It
partied with
doesn't
a
matter. They're
couple
all different at
times.
other
Yeah,
schools, bro. I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
like, dude, you talk to some people, like, they're like, I hated my college, so I joined, and now I know all these people and like everything. So, like, okay.
One of them I actually like. I got a bid, and they did everything. Like they brought me in the room, like told me they wanted me, blah blah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then you were like,
I had
I'm
like
not feeling
yeah,
it.
and it was like me and like six kids. Like we had like our class, and it's smaller because it's spring, like
Mm-hmm.
our pledge class or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like we had to give them like an answer by like next week or whatever. And I told the kid, I was like, honestly, like there's a good chance I transfer. This is like the pledge master or whatever. I was like, there's a good chance I transfer. Like so I can't accept this. This kid would send me paragraphs every day trying to
Bro.
get me to join. Like,
Bro, but
I
like
was like,
that's kind of how hard it is to find good kids. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? They probably knew you were a good kid.
Yeah,
Um, okay. So not talking about fraternities because that's not what I want to talk to you about. So you go to Pitt. Do you come home or do you automatically go to go to Marist?
the next year
Yeah,
I went to Marist.
just
In the
automatic
fall,
off the rip.
I mean, I started applying in the spring for other schools. I applied Rutgers,
Mm-hmm.
which was another big school, but I figured closer to home, I know a lot more people there. I would be fine there. And the other issue before I get to the other schools, I did horrible in school because
Really?
I was in a legitimate depression. Mainly
Mm-hmm.
more so first semester. I'm talking sleeping like 13 hours, 14 hours a day.
It's
Like
dude,
yeah,
change like that, dude.
yeah.
Pittsburgh is not a drive away. You know what I mean?
Oh
It
no,
was 4 hours away from Westchester when I
yeah,
went
it's
one
like an
time.
8-hour drive.
I was 8 hours, dude. You know what I mean? That's why I liked Westchester. Like I could be home in less than 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like you're essentially a plane ride away. You know what I mean? Like
And you asked me earlier when did like the switch flip? That first semester. Thankfully, I didn't totally lose myself as much as I
mm-hmm,
was sleeping and slacking in school.
mm-hmm.
I pretty much told myself wherever I ended up that I was gonna walk on the football team. So I
Really,
was working out like a madman. I
really.
basically slept 8, worked out, and did nothing else.
But like you just knew that you had to fucking play football.
Yeah, it was almost like something was like unfulfilled, and I
Mm-hmm.
had to do it. Like if it was for myself, I I think it was the fact that I started so late,
Mm-hmm.
and then I kind of grew into my body after I was done in high school, and I just didn't feel like I got the fair chance with my high school coaches,
Mm-hmm.
and I just knew I had the talent to do it. I was playing in the intramural league there, and I had fraternity
Just
teams.
fucking mossing kids, bro.
Literally, I had fraternity kids, like, cause they had their teams in the
Mm-hmm.
league, coming to recruit me, saying like, "Plan our team, and then we'll get you into the fraternity after. We'll figure that out." Like,
Really, bro?
yeah,
That's probably a fucking sick
yeah,
feeling.
it was funny. But yeah, that's when the switch really flipped. So yeah, Rutgers I'm looking at. Um, that I mean that I don't know if I would have walked on there. That's
That's
obviously pretty hard. That's
that's on
Big
some
Ten, yeah.
yeah, it's on some other shit.
I applied to Seton Hall because my dad went there.
Gotcha.
Um, but I mean the biggest thing I did get into there. I didn't get into Rutgers because my grades were so bad at Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
Got into Seton Hall, but they didn't have a football team.
Dude.
That was honestly the deciding factor on that. And then it was between Marist and Pace.
You're gonna pull a Papson at Pace?
Yeah, and Danny Anarella. You know, familiar with him?
I know of him. I don't know him.
One of my best friends was going there to play quarterback. So now we're thinking
he was a good ball player, from what I hear.
And we always dreamed about that when we were little because he would always try to get me to play Pop Warner, be his receiver. My parents wouldn't let me. Then I go to SJV, and he was like, like, what the fuck? Like, you're supposed to be my receiver. So then we're thinking, like, oh my God, it's finally gonna happen. But then Louis going to Marist, and Vic Ruggiero was going there. So I talked to both of them. They loved it.
Oh, Vic loved it, bro. Yeah. I remember Vic loved it for like day one.
Yeah, and they were notorious for giving transfers a second chance. They say, like, when you're applying to transfer there, they look way more into your high school grades, your SATs, all that, as opposed to your first year in college, because they know it can be a pretty difficult adjustment and not really truly reflect you as a student. So that was huge for me. So I got into there. I decided that was the best move.
Yeah, I feel like having Louis and Vic there was probably, you know what I mean? Like, dude, like I'm no person to judge. Like, I went to Westchester knowing I had my friend Amanda and I was gonna live with somebody I went to high school with. Not only who I went to high school with, I was very good friends with. Like, having that little bit of familiarity, like, honestly, like, at least lets you feel a little bit at ease. You know what I mean? And like, how mad was your boy Dan when you told him that you were going to Marist?
I mean, he was happy for me.
Yeah, no, of course he was happy for you, but he was probably like, dude, are you kidding me? Like. He was probably super mad. That's mad funny. Okay, so we go to Marist, right? And Louis went there to play football.
Correct.
Okay, so he's on the team scholarship, or is he like preferred walk-on?
We're a non-scholarship conference.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
you get the academic. I'm fucking doing air quotes too.
Basically, the coaches put together a package for all the students. So, but yeah, he's a recruit. Like, he's going.
He's going there to play football. Okay, cool. So, first walk-ons, how did it go?
So,
and this is your true sophomore year.
Yes, but I started thinking about it early on. I wasn't really sure it was gonna happen, but the one thing about Marist that did kind of suck, they took one class as the full credit. That was calculus. Every other class, I'm talking economics, micro and macro.
Oh my God.
They took as one credit elective, so I'm way behind at this point.
Oh, so you're a freshman. You're starting over.
Yeah, I'm pretty much, haven't accepted it yet, but I'm thinking, like, well, I'm probably going to have to do 4 years here. But then, as I started to love the school, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you
don't
fucking
I want 4 years here. I was like, don't count Pitt as part of my college experience. So yeah, I emailed the coach in the summer. I tell him that I played with Louis, and Josh Taylor from SJV also went there.
Oh, dude, I fucking love that kid, bro.
Great dude.
He ate lunch with Darian Falco every day.
Yeah.
And he was like the funniest kid ever. And dude, I think I found him online one time. He makes like funny videos too. Dude, he's hysterical. Dude, he was a state champ in like what, high jump or something at SJV? The hurdles. Yeah. God, dude, that kid was funny. Yeah. So I didn't know he went there. That's crazy.
He ended up transferring. But, yeah. So I tell him I played with them in high school. I sent him what little film I had. That's the thing. I didn't even make a highlight film from high school because I just didn't have enough to put together something to like show any coaches or anything. But I show him what I got, and he pretty much tells me, when you get to school in August, come fill out paperwork, medical forms and stuff. And there's really no true tryout yet at Marist. You basically just join and start playing scout team, and then your tryout is spring ball. And then you get invited back to camp or not the following year. A lot of the players who recruited there have a problem with it because, they essentially take anybody in the fall, which I understand. Then some kids turn out like me, not to brag.
No, I feel you.
Yeah. So there wasn't really a true tryout, but, one of most vivid memories from those first couple of practices. First off, I wasn't alone. It was a couple other walk-ons. Mike Marson, I actually ended up taking his number. I wanted number 6 because he wore it. Great dude, safety. Big dude. Looks like John Cena. We go to break it down at the end of practice, and he looks me up and down. And he goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
Oh,
this,
really?
like, smirk on his face, and I'm like, fuck. I go walk on, and he just goes, "Ha, nice."
Oh man, Oh, bro, you were probably like, "Fuck, dude!"
Yeah.
Like, your stomach sinks. Oh man, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, but then probably like second week, I'm on scout team, and they like line me up at like tight end or something, and then I run up the seam, high pass, and I just jump, grab it with one hand, like, and everybody starts like, oh, like, who the fuck is this? Blah blah
Mhm.
blah. Like one of the quarterbacks, like on scout, I started to become friendly with Aunt Francis. He starts, saying like, sign him up, sign him up. So I kind of started to build momentum on scout team.
You
Just
get your
making catches and
you
stuff.
get your
Yeah,
respect in early, bro. It
yeah,
probably makes it a little bit easier.
yeah. Oh, I actually didn't start off on the hottest track though. I came out with one of those Nike headbands where you tie in the back, and I didn't realize how long it is. So I'm just wearing it.
You're
'Cause
out here
at the
looking like a
at the
ninja
time
turtle.
at the time I got long hair, so I'm wearing it for that reason only. But I didn't realize how long it was in the back, and it's hanging out my helmet. And I remember one of like big old linemen goes to me. He goes, I forget what number I was wearing. He's like, you wearing a fucking do-rag? And I'm like, nah, man, it's a headband. And he just looks at me and like shakes his head. Fuck.
Oh man, all you're trying to do is make the team and like
Yeah,
fit in with the team, and
yeah,
you're like 0 for 1 off the rip.
yeah.
Oh, that's gotta be tough. I mean, God bless. I mean, you fucking dude, that's a tough situation to try to assimilate yourself
Oh yeah,
into. Like, bro,
yeah.
that's crazy.
That's truthfully, first year. That's all it was about earning respect. And then
Mhm,
my goal shifted to just getting on special teams. And then
right.
later down the line, I started thinking about wow, I could really get some serious
So
burn here.
did you play it all your sophomore year? You
My
made the
first my
team.
first year at Marist.
Yeah.
No, so I'm just on scout first team. Then I have a great spring. Like the offensive coordinator is like coming up to me and he's like, we can't believe like the strides you're making. Like keep it
Mhm.
up. Like I'm scoring tons of touchdowns.
So
I'm running with like the twos and threes.
so you're on scout. So do you dress for games?
Yes, you do.
Okay. But
You
like,
could get any number. They got duplicate numbers. Sometimes you get like.
mhm,
I remember one game I go out there with like 71, and like one
yeah.
of like the assistant coaches, like young guy, he's a grad assistant, and he like pulls me back in the locker room. He's like, I can't make you go out there in this. He's like, come on, I'll find you like a duplicate.
Mhm.
Um,
That's
but yeah, you
crazy.
do dress.
That's so crazy. Okay, so like what was that feeling like when you made the team? Like so like the moment you
Oh,
realize you're on the team and you
so
you
that was
dressed.
so that's following summer. Late July, you get the official invite to camp. So that's like I made the
You're
team,
it.
and I was freaking out. All my friends were telling me like you killed it in spring ball. Like I don't know what you're worried about.
So this is technically your junior year. So like your entire sophomore year, that's not an invitation to camp? Or your sophomore year you got the invitation to camp.
When you say freshman sophomore, my first year at Marist.
I'm talking like I'm considering your sophomore year
My first year at Marist.
is your first year at Marist, yes.
Okay, so then no, I didn't fall. I'm just on scout.
You're just
Then
on scout, but you dress for the games.
and then spring ball is basically like it's like training camp. It's a lot of matchup. Like there's
Gotcha.
no scout team in spring. You're going against it's offense first offense first defense, second defense first second offense,
Yeah.
third defense third offense.
Right.
Those matchup.
Right.
That's where you like make plays, make a name for yourself because you're running our offense versus our defense.
Gotcha.
So I had a great spring.
You had a
but
great spring. Okay.
Still
So,
freaking out.
gotcha.
But I get the official invite to camp. Have a pretty decent camp. I'm thinking I might like have a shot, like as like being like getting in the rotation as slot receiver. Um, receiver coach, not a huge fan of mine though.
You didn't like him or he didn't like you?
Both.
Okay.
He had a vendetta against walk-ons. He actually was a D3 walk-on himself, and he was just one of those guys that for whatever reason he didn't really respect walk-ons. But he wasn't here for my last year, this past season.
Gotcha.
But it took me until my senior year to like gain his respect. Which at the time he ended up moving to running backs, but that's a whole other story.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so not the best experience with him. Wasn't a great coach. Wasn't really into it. I don't want to get into this too much, but
of course,
rumor has that he was volunteer. But so I'm thinking
off the books type shit.
I'm thinking I might get in the rotation that year in the slot a little bit.
Mhm.
Here and there. We had a couple injuries like early in the season, but it doesn't happen. I traveled. That's the other thing. So once you're on the team, like the next step is like making the travel roster.
They don't travel with everybody?
No. Getting on planes and stuff, you can't take 100 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We don't have our own plane. We, fly commercial.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I didn't make.
That's crazy. So, like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No,
like,
you're fine.
who do you guys play? like Marist? Like, who do you guys play? Like, what are you, D1? You're D1 AA?
Yeah, we're the lowest level of D1 AA.
Okay.
So our whole conference is non-scholarship. So it's Pioneer Football League. So it's all throughout the country. We play the best team in our conference is University of San Diego.
My aunt went there.
Yeah.
So did you play in San Diego ever?
Yeah, twice.
That's lit.
Traveled there twice.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Do you? I'm trying to think. What the fuck? The Pioneer League, is that like what Fordham is?
No, they're Patriot.
Patriot League. Okay.
We play against some Patriot League teams.
Okay, cool.
So
any other cool schools that you guys played against? I'm trying to think.
Stetson down in DeLand, Florida.
Okay.
It's by Orlando, I believe. They got a real nice field. We play some schools in the middle of nowhere.
Gotcha.
Morehead State in Kentucky.
Gotcha.
That's like just mountains. Davidson.
Okay.
Where Steph Curry went.
Right.
That's a nice campus.
Right. How was Marist's home field? Did you love your home field? How was the atmosphere there during the games?
It depended on the game. Usually, like the home opener got packed.
Okay.
It's not a full stadium.
Mm-hmm.
We have like a pretty big, fan section on the home sideline.
Gotcha.
There's nothing on the away sideline. It's just like a brick wall, pretty much. People sit on.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Parents Weekend, Alumni Weekend, it gets packed. But then you get a couple games. Twice in my career, we had a home game on mid-semester break. It's middle October or whatever, and nobody's there.
Right.
Nobody. So
but did you guys have a rival? Like, what's your rival game?
Yeah, there's probably a couple, but I would say Jacksonville University, who actually just discontinued their program.
Really?
Yeah, but they're nasty. They're notorious playing a little dirty, a little chippy.
Sounds like they had a little hazing going on in the locker room, probably.
No, actually, it was a financial decision.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of feel bad for those.
Yeah,
kids,
that sucks. That really sucks. Okay, so you're invited to. So you didn't make the travel roster.
I traveled to one game. It was a bus trip to Sacred Heart.
Gotcha.
That was one of our out of conference games.
Gotcha. Did you play against Jelani that game?
No, yeah, he wasn't there anymore.
Okay,
he had left. But who did I see after the game? Mike Stapert from SJV. He's younger than us.
Oh, is that blonde kid?
No,
He's tall as shit.
Yeah, he's real tall.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He was friends with Paulie.
Yeah.
Came to my house one time, I think. Okay. So
yeah, I travel to Sacred Heart game because the bus game we take a little more than the playing games.
Makes sense.
So I travel to Sacred Heart, but other than that, don't really get any burn. I think I played one of the home games. I played in garbage time.
Okay.
I think it was against Davidson.
Okay.
But at that point, I'm thinking,
But you're on the team, and probably you got boys on the. I mean, obviously you got boys on the team, so you're a part of the team, and you probably have respect and people like you.
Oh yeah, I'm killing in practice. Like I at that point I had started to make a lot of plays in practice, and people thought I should at least be given a chance, be like a rotational player in the slot type of thing. But
Twice.
Yeah, I'm not.
Twice you're sleeping on Joey.
Yeah, at this point I'm not really discouraged though because I still got in my eyes I got 3 more years of eligibility, so we'll see how everything plays out. I don't know how many I'm going to take.
So technically your sophomore year you were in it doesn't count as a year of eligibility.
My true sophomore year, my second year of school, so my first at Marist. Yeah, it was basically my redshirt year.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's lit.
But, it would end up coming back into play later on. We'll get to that.
Okay. So when I say just for easier, freshman year doesn't exist. That's all at Pitt. So I'm talking like sophomore, junior, senior, and whatever else. Okay. So sophomore year, you kill it. You scout, kill it in that spring. So sophomore spring, kill it. So you're invited to camp. So in between sophomore and junior, you're at camp, you're killing it. And then that fall, your junior year fall, you travel to Sacred Heart on the bus, and then you're playing some garbage time, like you said. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's junior year.
Yeah.
So that's all you did junior year though.
Yeah.
Okay. So then senior year rolls around. So that's 2 years ago.
So that fall, same thing. Thought I had a great camp. Thought I should be in the mix again. At this point, now I'm a starter on special teams going into the year.
You're a punt jammer, right? Gunner,
and I'm on kickoff.
Okay. Because I remember you posted something mad funny one time. It was like, Coach, I told you they were gonna double cover me or some shit like that. I remember reading bro, because dude, I not to cut to the chase, but I did watch this journey from afar. You know what I mean? I saw the progression. Social media, you see, you don't see the full story, but that's why I was looking forward to hearing this.
Yeah.
But I remember you being all right, he's on the punt team. Let's lit. bro, from going from where you were to where you were then, I was even proud. But then
because I'm on the punt team, that means I'm on every travel roster. So that was honestly the goal then.
that's cool then.
But at that point, I thought I was good enough to play. At least get a couple series a game here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's technically junior year.
Technically junior.
So now that spring is when I realize I go to my advisor, and this is when I reclass.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm not. I'm a sophomore. Like I'm a junior. I realized I talked to my advisor. I'm a junior now.
Okay.
So I basically take a step back.
Okay.
So now I'm living with kids graduating that year. One of my best buds, Mike White.
I have a story about him for you, real quick. So I'm walking out. I can't wait to hear what you have to say, but I have to tell you this. I was gonna text you, but I was waiting for this moment right now. So I'm walking out of work with my boy Danny Schmidt. Yeah. Danny Schmidt is from Boston, and he's he works in Manhattan. He lives in Manhattan, but he's like one of my good friends at work. So I'm walking out of work with him one day. We're going to the bar across the street, like after work, just getting some drinks. And he gets stopped by somebody, but I don't see him get stopped by somebody. I'm crossing the street, and I see him just talking to this dude, like he's just dapping him up, talking to him real quick. And then he was like, yo, that's my boy Mike. I was like, oh, that's it. He goes, quarterback at Marist. And I was like, I fucking know that guy. Like, that's Petro. No, you brought him to New Jersey, and we partied together that one time. Yeah, Paulie's house. Yeah. I remember him because dude, he was going around. You and Louie were like, "This is my quarterback," and like, I was like, "Yo," and then my boy said the quarterback at Marist, so I didn't get to go, he walked away, so I didn't get to be like, "Yo, I remember you." So, but it was so funny. I don't know how they know each other. I forget, but I just thought it was so funny. I randomly ran into him on 33rd Street.
Yeah, he knows a lot of people.
I'm sure. Okay, so you're living with your boys, Mike White, good kid. Are you living with Louie too?
Well, no, I'm not. I actually never lived with Louie in college. So I'm living with Mike, and then his cousin, my other real good friend, Chris Apicella. Call him Sauce. Real sick motherfucker.
Sounds like it.
He's a long snapper, just a crazy specialist.
Yeah, I lived with a long snapper too. His name was Johnny J. Board.
Yeah. So those are the only two in the house playing football. So they're asking me they're referring to it as like my fifth year. Are you gonna come back for a fifth year? Like, you're gonna play again? And I'm like, because they're getting ready for the first spring of their lives where they don't have football and they're just gonna party. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Why not? You know.
So, and I'm like, guys, listen, I'm not. I was like, I have to come back for the full year next year, not the semester. So I have no reason not to play. So I was like, yeah, I'm coming back.
I'm sure very supportive. I'm sure.
But yeah. They messed me for a little bit, and they were a little sad. They weren't gonna have me every night of the week. But
you were never a partier. For as long as I've known you, you've never been like. I've never got a text from Joe Petro be like, "Hey, bro, do you want to drink tonight?" Never in my life once, ever. Maybe a couple times, like, "Hey, what are you doing? You want to go get Chipotle and watch me eat just the rice from Chipotle?" You know what I mean?
No, I've partied a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know
more
you're
than a little bit.
I know you're.
I partied a good amount.
Yeah, I know you're not a Mormon, but I know, I know that it never football is what you love. Yeah. You didn't love going out on Friday night. You loved going to practice. Is the point I'm trying to make. Yeah. But yeah, that's that. I mean, it's tough. Okay, so your true senior year.
I basically take a step backwards, so I'm like, all right, now I'm a junior.
Now you're a junior, so you realistically have 2 more years of eligibility.
So I would think, yes.
Okay.
So I'm not too worried about the whole reclassing thing because I got Louie in the grade below.
Right.
One of my other boys who's now living with me at my house in Manalapan from Miami.
Right.
His name's Ant.
Yep.
We call him Ao, Anthony Olivencia. So I'm like, I got Ao, who's one of my best friends. Lou, I got plenty of kids that I'm friends with.
You're not worried about company
no,
is what you're saying.
When I live with Ao, figure it out. I'm not worried about anything really. So same thing, that spring. I'm running with the 2s. I thought I should have been with the 1s, but at this point we kind of switched from a 10 personnel team, meaning we have 1 running back, 0 tight ends on the field at all times.
Right.
We have a crazy athletic tight end who's now training for the draft, John Conda. Just lived with him this past semester, one of my other good friends. So we got to incorporate him. So now we're more of we're using heavy sets. We're using tight ends.
Right.
So we don't always have 4 receivers on the field. So
is that like the wishbone too sometimes?
No, we weren't. We didn't use wishbone.
Okay.
We weren't running the ball a ton yet, but needed him on the field, so that takes a receiver off the field. So we're not always four wide spread anymore. So that kind of hurt me, but I still felt like, I had a crazy good camp. So I'm expecting to get like, a lot of time coming into the year. Um, First game, I'm trying to think who we played. First game that year. Georgetown. First game, Georgetown. Somebody gets hurt, so I end up playing a lot that game.
And you play slot. You don't play like the.
At this point, I'm only yeah.
What do they call it? The X? That's the X, and the
No,
Y's
X,
on the
X,
outside.
X and Z are outside. Y and H are in the slot.
Y nature in the slot.
Or Y could be tight end. So I'm playing H.
Okay.
I'm getting a lot of burn that game. It's funny you brought up slot versus outside though. Early on, just for numbers purposes in practice and in spring ball, I was playing outside, and I was probably undersized, but it would end up helping me in the long run. But I knew the routes for every spot, and every play. So playing slot. Then second game, same thing. Get a good amount of reps. Probably like 3 or 4 series. No catches yet, but it's all right.
You're still out there. That's like
then third game, and we had a rotation. It was me. At this point, the starter had gotten hurt. He was done for the year in the third game, and we had a rotation. It was me, my buddy Ethan, and Scott Scherzer, who's actually from an Alvin, was a true freshman.
okay,
And,
really.
so we're all good friends.
Yeah.
We're competing against each other, but we're real good.
You're
friends.
on the same team.
People used to call us the triplets, because we're the 3 shorter white receivers.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Yeah, I think there was at the time. I think we had 4 wide receivers, but one of them was like a 6'4", like a tight end.
Yeah.
So it was me, Scott, and Ethan.
Gotcha.
They called us, like Edelman, Amendola, and Thielen.
That's so funny.
Scott was a little taller, so he was Thielen. But so yeah, we're competing against each other.
You're more of a Diggs guy, though.
Oh my God! Don't get me started with Diggs. All-time favorite player, and he's only been in the league how many years?
Okay. So you got the triplets. You're playing H.
Yeah, we're all splitting time there.
You getting catches though, or not at all?
Right now, not yet. So,
Okay.
One game comes around, and I don't get a single series, and so I talked to my coach, said we can practice. And I'm like, is there a reason for that? And he's like, honestly, like I just didn't get, like I didn't even realize it because the receiver coach is up in the booth, and at this point, I told you I didn't get along with the receiver coach. This is a new receiver coach.
Okay.
Some guy came from the defensive staff, and we really clicked.
Okay,
Good,
cool.
Young dude, relatable. So I asked him, like, something I did wrong in practice, am I not practicing well, blah, blah. And he's like, no, not at all. I just didn't realize, he's like, I got a lot of you guys that I want to get into the game, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So the next game against Columbia, very, very good team. He's being, tighter on his rotations. He's radioing down, every series we're switching.
Right.
And
okay, I just have a question for me.
Sure.
What is the point of switching rotation? Just for like fatigue or just
pretty much fatigue. Yeah.
But like you guys know all of the like. Is he calling certain plays when you're in or when the other player
No.
just?
I mean,
interchangeable sometimes.
With us 3 in the slot, no, it wasn't like that.
Okay,
Other
cool.
players in certain plays, yes, but no, not in this.
In this
instance,
instance,
no.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're rotating this game. He's he's very on point with it.
Right.
And at this point, we're sometimes going 4 wide. So there's a couple times we're in there together.
Gotcha.
Not a ton, but like I said, a few times. It gets to my turn in the rotation, and it's like crunch time. We're in a game we shouldn't be in. Columbia is a much better team than us, but our stud outside receiver, who is working his way, trying to get into the league now, he got signed by the Ravens right out of school, but had an injury, had to get taken care of, surgery on his thumb. But anyway, so he's carrying us on his back. I'm talking, he has over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, I think, against a very good Columbia Ivy League school who beat us bad the year before. So we're in a game we shouldn't be in. It's crunch time. We're down 1 score with the ball with like 2-3 minutes left. And, I'm up in the rotation. He doesn't take me out or anything. So, go out there. It's 3rd and short. I run a shallow cross, make my first catch, get popped. Hang on, though. We ended up.
You get the first down?
What? Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so that was the first catch. Come to the sideline, everyone's busting me, pop your cherry, blah, blah, blah. So that felt good.
Yo, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Because you're not that you're a quiet guy, but you're not going to be like, you know what I mean? Like you're hyped with
everybody. My first catch.
Dude, everybody's bro. I know the type of person you are. Everybody on the sidelines probably like, let's fucking go. Like, bro, everybody's so happy for you.
Exactly.
And like, bro,
it was long overdue.
Oh, bro, there you go.
Backtracking a little bit, the year before when I thought I was gonna get, a little bit. No, I didn't expect it to like start or anything crazy, but I thought.
But a couple chances, you know what I mean?
I'm wearing a single digit number. I don't know if you know how like big of a deal that is in
it's
college.
a big deal.
If you're wearing a single digit number, that means like you're a fucking baller. So like that year I was kind of embarrassed, like to rock number 6. You know, like I got the visor on, like I didn't even really play any receiver.
Look good, feel good, play good, though,
Yeah. Oh,
baby.
you don't gotta tell me. So it felt good to finally get the first catch. Felt like that was off my back. But then it was kind of quiet. Same thing, a couple catches here and there.
Oh, wait.
throughout the season.
I kind of really want to dive into this catch. So, like, is it
Sure.
like slow mo? Like you all right, you run the
I can
quick.
pull up my phone.
I need to see it. So you pull the quick slant, and then like, dude, like, what is that? What is that feeling? That moment you see the ball release and it's spiraling towards you, where you like, I know you're probably just not thinking. You're probably just like,
It was kind of slow, honestly.
yeah, probably.
But
Just like dropping your fucking keys in the sewer.
Oh man.
Oh, bro, I need to see this.
But yeah, so as I pull this up, it was kind of slow the rest of the season. I had a couple catches here and there. And then second to last game of the season.
I thought you were about to tell me you won the game. You scored the touchdown.
No.
It's like,
but second to last game of the season, we're on a roll. We're playing Drake University down in Iowa. If we win, it sets up a game, last game of the year at home against University of San Diego for the conference.
So like,
because
essentially
we had one loss.
Essentially championship game.
Yeah, we had one loss. They had San Diego no losses. We lost a tough one early in the season with Stetson, which really came back to bite us. But yeah, we're going into this Drake game.
So your team's nice. Like the whole
this year we're very good. Yeah,
very good.
We're rolling.
So okay, so this is this past your most recent year.
No, this is 2 years.
2 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the catch. It's really, it was like a 6-yard catch, but
I don't care, bro. This is gonna be fucking lit. Let me see.
Yeah, press the play in the bottom left corner.
Got you. Okay. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I could have stayed up too. You want to see that view?
Oh, you got 2 views, dude.
Almost stayed up there.
I would have that. I would have a TV with that on loop in my room constantly. It would never go off.
These big pictures that I get printed out.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah. So a couple small catches here and there throughout the season. During that win streak, I had a fumble return for a touchdown on kickoff.
Really?
And I forced a fumble on the week before on kickoff.
Wow.
So I'm still riding the special teams. I'm getting like 3 catches, here and there sprinkled in. Nothing crazy though. So then we're going to the Drake game. It's like I said, we win, sets up the conference championship, our home field. It's gonna be fucking insane. It's senior day, like that's gonna be the dream game.
Dream game.
Ethan, who I told you was part of our rotation.
Okay.
The three Stooges. He gets hurt the game before Drake. So it's just me and Scott at the slot going to the Drake game, so I got my first start.
Oh wow.
And it's obviously.
Are you butterflies? Is it like crazy? Or like
yeah.
But like I feel like you're probably nervous, but like bro, you probably in your head are probably like everything that I've worked for is for right now.
I'm sorry. I said he got hurt the game before. I don't think it was the game before. I think he got hurt 2 weeks before.
Regardless, your first start is the Drake game.
Yeah, there was one game where they put an outside guy, my buddy Ant, in the slot to start, but then they wanted him back outside, so I played a lot in the slot that game.
But you didn't start. Like that title of starting.
Yeah, they tweet out the starting lineups on.
Yeah.
They got
of course,
the graphic with the lineup, and it's like this is the first one like where they say I'm starting. Like so, this is my first start, and it's the biggest game of the year. It's 17 degrees with a 12-degree wind chill.
Oh,
9 degrees.
Boy.
Oh, I love it though. You're talking about how much I love football and all that stuff. Like I live for this shit.
The cold, you loved it.
I'm out there warm ups, shirtless and sweatpants.
Like, you're a sicko, dude.
I got the mask
bro,
on, like,
bro, you're a sicko.
I'm hyped. I'm ready to go.
You love that shit.
Love it,
I used to hate fucking being cold on the football sidelines. Oh my god, bro, that shit was the worst. But you're out there shirtless with a fucking mask on, like, oh, bro, you're living the dream.
But yeah, so I got Vaseline in my arms. I got the hand warmer. No sleeves, obviously.
That's oh my god,
so
I love it.
Yeah, the game starts out. I think they got a field goal. They're up 3-0.
Gotcha.
Game's kind of going slow. It's so fucking cold. Nobody can really do anything. I think it's our second possession though, second or third possession. We just installed a play for their defense. The cover 3 beater out of like a bunch set.
Right.
And I get open.
Bunch set's the 3 receivers on one
tight,
end. Yeah, like
tight,
the triangle. Yeah, I feel you.
Get open. He like evades a rusher, hits me. I think it was like a 30-40 yard catch. Like probably should have scored on. A lot of my teammates bust me about it. I tried to go like a hesitation step instead of just going straight for the goal line. But the safety caught me at like the 4-yard line. end up not scoring. Field goal gets blocked. So that crushed. But I had another big catch that game. I ended up in the both catches in the first half. I think I had like 2 catches for like 60 something yards. So I'm feeling good. But
That's the first half. Okay.
yeah, but I got shut out in the second half.
But what's the score right now? I need to know the score of this game.
I don't remember the score at the time, but
Okay.
we ended up losing 13-10, I believe.
Oh my god.
So,
Are you devastated on the you're probably
I'm devastated.
crushed.
Yeah, because with it's 10-10 and we got the ball, and I'm gonna go a little into details here, football details, a little sophisticated.
Okay.
So we have our shallow series. So
Gotcha.
we tag the X receiver has a shallow. So say the play is X shallow H. X and H are on the same side.
Gotcha.
So X has the shallow. The receiver after the word shallow has the dig, because shallow and dig go together.
Gotcha.
And typically the other two receivers, you're just clearing out. You're literally running a go ball, but you're
like
not,
a fade or whatever.
Yeah, but you're not getting the ball. You're just trying to get people to turn and run with you. So then the shallow comes across, opens it up. So for that week, for whatever reason, we thought just to have it as an option, we changed the backside clear routes to a post wheel concept. Now all game, nobody's running the post wheel. We kind of just forgot about it.
Then they call it.
They don't call it. Well, we call it the shallow play.
Right.
This is the last drive of the game. It's 10-10.
I'm trying to spoil the story. I have no idea the
Yeah.
details of it. All right, I'm sorry.
10-10.
Continue.
They call, shallow dig on the other side. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm just clearing out from the slot. I just run a go, and the outside receiver runs a post, and quarterback throws towards me, he gets picked or whatever, and I'm like, oh my god, I was supposed to have a wheel there, like, blah blah. I'm devastated coming to the sideline thinking like I just blew this shit, but ended up going to the sideline. The quarterback tells me he actually thought the shallow dig was coming from that side, so he was trying to throw a dig. So now I'm like, all right, like I didn't really.
Did it get picked or didn't get picked?
No, it did get picked,
Okay.
but it ended up not. It wasn't.
Is Mike's the quarterback still?
No,
or
this is not. No,
different
guy.
guy.
Austin. So whatever, blames off my shoulders a little bit. I'm not as freaked out as I was, but it's still a tough loss as a team, and obviously then my senior day and the San Diego game means absolutely nothing.
Still your last game. It's still you got to put on fit.
So he's a young quarterback, so he's obviously coming back the next year, and I'm thinking like, shit, like, am I really about to come back to Marist for another year? I was like, I think I got to do this. Like, we got to come back. And I'm talking to Ant, my best friend. He's actually calling me right now. And I'm trying to convince him because he's iffy. He's like, nah, like I'm done. Like I'm going back to Miami. Like screw that. Like I'm not doing another year of this. Blah blah. But I'm like telling him like, nah, like we gotta do this. So like I convince him, and he's like, all right, if you come back, I'll come back. Sit down with my receiver coach, and I'm like, listen, I want to know like my role is gonna increase because I really didn't get a ton of prominent like play till the end of the year because of injuries. So like I'm like, all right, I want to know like. And he tells me, he's like, no, yeah. He's like, the way you finish the year, all this stuff, blah, blah, like, you're definitely going to, see an increased role.
Because you don't want to do all that work for, like, bro, you've been busting your ass and, like,
oh, yeah.
Yo, I remember seeing your friend Louie, who you mentioned before, who I knew from high school. I know him very well. And I remember asking him about you because, like, you weren't there wherever you were. And I was like, yo, what's good with Petro? He's playing football with you now. And he was like, bro, that kid is the first one to practice, the last one to leave, always doing extra reps, like really wants it more than anybody. Yeah. And like, bro, I can't even imagine wanting something that bad and not even like it's in somebody else's digression to give it to you. You know what I mean? So that's got to be a tough emotion to overcome. So like, I completely agree with that conversation that you had with that guy. That was probably super crucial to your peace of mind.
Yeah. So no, he reassures me. So I'm pretty set on coming back, and then come back from winter break. So this is my senior year, my real senior year. Come back from winter break, and people are like going in the coach's office, peeping around, looking at like the depth chart and stuff. Somebody sends me a picture of it, and they got me as number 1 X. So now they got me as the number 1 outside receiver.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm geeked.
Oh, bro, you're fucking hard as a rock, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, let's go. Like we're doing this. Like I'm about to fucking go off. So that winter in the weight room, I'm coming like more of like a vocal leader, and now I'm coming back for a 5th year, and like 5th years, they're respected. Obviously, it's your 5th year in the program,
right?
So it's me and a couple other guys we're living.
So
with.
This is your 5th year in the program.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm coming back. I'm in winter workouts, spring ball. I'm a vocal leader. Spring ball, I was, probably like our number one option on offense. Ant was banged up a little bit, missed some practices. Because he was gonna be the guy I told you about that went to the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone now. Ant's gonna be like our guy, but he was banged up in spring. As was our tight end.
Gotcha.
So I'm spring ball. I'm balling out. Like I'm our go-to. I'm crushing it. Um, that summer, you talked about like all the work I like to put in. I didn't do an internship because every summer I've done full-time internships, and I've commuted to Philly, New York, and then coming home and working out late at night, taking pre-workout, and then I'm not sleeping, then waking up, commuting to the city all over again at 7
You
a.m.
don't gotta tell me, man.
Summers were hell.
Hell.
So this summer I'm like, if I can find something like doing like remote work, um, you know, what a couple days a week, something. I was like, I am going all in for football.
Because we interned in the same office. That was 2 summers ago, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It
Yeah.
feels like yesterday. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
No, so yeah, I'm going balls to the wall that summer. I'm working out. Me and Scott are working out with this guy, Cody High.
Just every day, probably like.
Oh yeah, we're at the field every day, working everything. Conditioning, footwork, working on our routes, like everything. And I'm lifting on the side. So I'm ready to go. Then it's about, I think it's 3 weeks before training camp.
Mm-hmm.
Head coach calls me. I'm at the field. I'm on the aux. This guy Cody brings a speaker. I'm on the aux.
So at the field training.
At the field training, I'm literally running through a footwork drill.
Bro, I can't. All right.
Coach calls me. So like
Head coach.
Head coach. And he's like asking me all these questions about Pitt and like what year I went to Pitt and when I came to Marist. I'm like, what's going on? Like what is this all about? He's like, well, you might not be eligible. I'm like, what? And he explains something to me called the 5-year clock rule. So I had not even looked into this. So yeah, so the rule is you get in football, you get 4 seasons to play, like game reps. Then you get the redshirt year.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to complete those 4 seasons within 5 calendar years of enrolling in college. Doesn't matter where. So my clock started when I enrolled at fucking Pitt. So I'm like, no fucking way. I just wasted my summer. I could be, I graduated already. I could be, working right now.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
But you have to be enrolled in classes to play, though, no, right? So you were. Do you have to be enrolled in classes to play? Yeah, obviously.
So the plan was to get my master's.
Right. Okay,
so
okay.
I'm in the master program.
So but like, dude,
I'm
that emotion is fucking probably.
I honestly, I cried.
Bro.
I got home in my basement. I, was just punching shit. I cried. I broke down. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way this is about to be taken away from me. So, those days, I was like I was basically like in a black, like I blacked out that week that was going on. I forgot to get my sister a birthday gift.
You were going through a tough time, bro. I mean,
literally, yeah. I don't want to seem dramatic, but I couldn't focus on anything. It was the last thing I thought about when I went to sleep, and as soon as I woke up, because I was like, "What the fuck,
bro?" It's like it's almost like being in love and getting your heart broken, bro.
Yeah,
like
literally.
seriously, like that's on some.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I couldn't even imagine that emotion.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I tell my girlfriend's younger than me. She's going into her junior year at this point, so I'm like, and she's thinking she's gonna have at least one more semester with me at school. So I tell her, I'm like, listen, like I might not be there this semester, like, and she's getting, she's going crazy now. Like,
she's dude, it's tough.
So she actually took me to Long Beach, New York. Her family friend at a beach house for like a few days that weekend. I just laid on the beach, cleared my mind. Basically realized whatever happens is gonna happen. Spoke to my coach. He said that he basically took the blame, saying that he didn't really look into it enough. When he was filling out paperwork and like writing down like what class I was or what year it was, all this stuff. So he offered me a spot on the staff if I wasn't going to be eligible to play.
Really?
Yeah.
What a good guy.
Yeah.
Stand up dude.
Yeah. So he offered me a spot as the assistant receiver coach. I was going to pay for my master's, all that stuff. Because he had basically told me he talked to compliance people at our school and that it was pretty much it was shot. So, but I'm like, I can't give up on this now.
Oh,
so,
okay.
With the help from my dad, I could not have done it without him because he's doing all this research on the rules and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I end up I'm like reading on like how to get around this rule, ways you can get the year back, like get like an additional year, and like the typical way is like a medical, they call it gray shirt. And I'm like, I didn't have any injuries at Pitt, but there had to be something that was beyond your control that prevented you from playing football. So I have to look for something at Pitt that prevented me from playing. Um, and then I submit like my case, um, to like the people at my school. They have to deem that it's even worth sending to the NCAA, and the one person looks at it, examines it, and then presents it to a panel, and they vote on it.
Oh my
So
God,
yeah,
dude.
so the compliance. So I'm thinking, all right, I just got to prove something that happened at Pitt. So I'm thinking, I was legitimately depressed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, that's gonna be my go-to. But then the compliance person at my school said that the way the rule works is, it's not just that year. It's with that year, then I had the first year at Marist where I redshirted, and that was simply just because I wasn't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I even spoke to a sports lawyer about this, and he was like, that first year at Marist though, he's like, say you came and walked on and you were Joe Montana, they could have played you, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, that's gonna be hard to get around. So I basically had to prove that whatever happened at Pitt caused me to not be able to play the 2 years. So I write this whole statement, on depression and how like
Really?
I went for like a cause and effect type of thing, and how like the depression caused me to transfer, and because I transferred, I wasn't able to join the team during camp.
Mm-hmm.
My only choice was to walk on in the fall, whatever, blah blah, making it nearly impossible to play. So then I speak to somebody on the phone, or I'm sorry, no, our compliance person speaks to the rep from the NCAA on the phone. After I submit all my documents, all my statements, I submitted stuff about medications I took when I was younger because I had bad anxiety when I was little,
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff. And they're like, they need more. They need more. They need something that prevented you at Pitt from playing, blah, blah, blah. So I call the Pitt AD, and I get like a call back from like an assistant AD. And he's like asking like what they can help me with. And I'm like, can you just look into like a database, see if you guys had walk-on tryouts in the fall of 2014? Gives me a call back like 2 days later. And he's like, I should go back and mention I'm practicing. This is during camp, and I'm practicing.
Oh, so you just didn't give up.
No, yeah, no. Once you submit the initial waiver,
Okay.
you're allowed to practice for 30 days, which is about the length of camp.
Okay.
So I'm practicing, not knowing if I'm able to play this year. And then my coaches told me like they couldn't believe, like my receiver coach was like, I can't believe the effort you come out here with every day, and like the the passion and the leadership, knowing you might not even be able to play. But like the way I'm looking at it is, this might be the last time I strap my cleats. So I'm fighting it. They're looking for more. So the assistant AD gets back to me saying, he's like, yeah, we have no record of tryouts being held. So I'm like, send me that in an email. Send it to them. But it's taking forever.
It's a long process, I'm sure.
Yeah, so first game happens. I don't travel. It's at Georgetown. I missed that game. Home opener next week. Still no decision. We win that game, so we're 1-1 now. So then it's the Friday before homecoming. It's week 3. Ivy League Cornell's coming to town.
Really?
All my boys. Mike White's coming up. Louis coming up because Louis graduated at this point. Louis coming up. Everybody's coming up. It's homecoming. I still don't have a decision, so it's Friday. I'm sitting in the barber shop getting my haircut, and I get a call. I see like Poughkeepsie, New York. It's like the Marist office. Call. My barber knows my whole story too. I'm on the phone and I start going crazy. I'm like screaming, like trying to get my girlfriend's attention. She's sitting in like the waiting chairs, like she doesn't even see me, like jumping up and down. Like my barber like grabs her, like I just lose my shit in the barbershop.
So what did the call say? The guy was like, "You're eligible. You're good. Like it's approved."
The woman from Marist, the compliance woman, she's like, so I have good news. She's like, they have deemed you eligible, blah blah. They ended up telling me that the deciding factor was the email from the Pitt AD that there was no tryouts. So God bless that guy. Can't thank him enough.
God bless that fucking
so
guy.
Now it's fucking Friday, the Friday before homecoming game. I haven't played a single game snap this year. So
but you've been
I'm nervous.
But shit. Are you practicing at all?
I'm running with the ones outside receiver every day. Every day, and I felt bad for the kid. The kids I would end up starting because I know they're not getting any reps with the ones.
But
games, but yeah. So now I'm like, oh fuck, I got a game tomorrow. Like this is absolutely insane. Like there was no way. They told me. The compliance woman told my coach, who ended up telling me during the summer, that it was a 99% chance that there was no way I was gonna be able to play.
Bro, that's crazy.
So yeah, insane.
You just didn't give up, bro. You were just like, no way.
You couldn't. Too much into it.
You couldn't at that point. Yeah. I feel you.
So yeah, we ended up losing the game, but I had a pretty good game. I led the game in receiving yards. First catch of the year was 56-yard bomb off
There
the
you go.
DB. Got his hand on it as I'm going.
And
to
you're
the
playing
ground.
X the whole time?
Yeah, I'm X.
There you go, buddy.
Switched to Z mid-season.
That's lit though.
Both outsides.
You're still out there, dude. That's so crazy. I love it. Okay. So tell me about how the rest of the season played out. Your last time putting on the pads.
Yeah, so
collegiately.
I mean, not great as a team. First year with a new OC.
Of course, it's tough.
Yeah, we didn't. Our offense did not click the first few weeks. That game against Cornell. So I made that catch. That was in like the second quarter, I think. Put us on like the 4-yard line or whatever. We score. It was 14-7. We ended up losing the game 21-7. We had the ball in the red zone. We turned it over on downs 3 times, twice from the 1-yard line. 4th and goal. We couldn't punch it in. Or these Ivy League schools got some big boys up front, so it's hard to even get an inch on them.
I'm sure. Them rugby boys.
Yeah. So, yeah, offense honestly struggled. Myself after that first game, next game, but so that Cornell's non-conference. That doesn't matter. We're 1-2 right now, but we're 1-0 in the conference. Next game is Drake. So now it's like a revenge game.
Now it's a revenge game.
The game. We lost 13-10. Not my best game. I caught the first play of the game. They went to me for a first down, and then I didn't have a single catch after that. We lost pretty bad. I mean, team effort, but so now that was pretty discouraging. We had a pretty tough schedule early on too because we had Drake. I think Drake, Dartmouth, San Diego back to back. Dartmouth's Ivy League, very good. Drake and San Diego are top 2 teams in our conference. We usually play them at the end of the year. For whatever reason this year, we got them early. So we lose those 3 in a row. Pretty discouraging, but won some games here and there.
No, of course.
I finished the season on a pretty high note. Scored 2 out of the last 3 games. First receiving touchdown.
But you played, bro. Like, honestly, you played.
Yeah,
like,
I was second on team receiving yards.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you played, you balled out.
Yeah,
like,
I'm most proud of. I led the conference in yards per catch. So I only had 21 catches on the year, but I was a big play.
I remember you posting something about like your conference.
I didn't make
the all conference.
I didn't even make honorable mention, and I couldn't believe it because my stat. First off,
I always sleep on Joey Petro. I don't know what to tell you. Like, stop doing that, everybody.
I think the stupid statistician never corrected the fact that I missed the first 2 games. I think they have me playing in every game this year.
Oh, gotcha.
So my stats don't really look that good if you think I played
10,
11 games.
I wouldn't doubt it if you called that guy on the phone, dialed him up, and be like, hey, man, I want to make sure that denominator is looking right, boy.
I may or may not have tried it.
You DM'd him? Oh, man, that's crazy. Well, like, I got to say again, it was fucking crazy watching that whole process from the side. And I didn't even know the ins and outs of it. That's honestly, insane, bro.
I love talking about it because I honestly love the journey. Like,
it's a great story, dude. Yeah. Like, literally, like I said, the level of persistence. And, bro, I started to like football a lot in college. I mean, I played in high school, but I started to love football. I started to love the Jets in college. And then, like, I started to, like, now I'm, like, obsessed. Now I know the people on the practice roster and who gets cut. Like, bro, like, football, like, I'm a big NFL fan as opposed to what I was. So I love talking about the process because, I'm also, as much as I love football, I really only watch the Jets. I love watching Hard Knocks. I love watching Last Chance. Dude, Last Chance U was one of my favorite TV
it's way
shows.
Than football.
It's dude, you watch these people who put football first, and really it's all or nothing. And the level of of Second Chance, dude. You watch Last Chance U is, I think, one of the greatest sports shows. I mean, I don't watch a lot of sports shows, quote unquote, I guess you could say, but it was just a fantastic show. Watching these kids who just, you know what I mean, fight for a second chance or even a first chance at JUCO, but like the best JUCO, and the coaches are nuts. Like, it's crazy. But like, yeah, dude, honestly, I applaud you super much. Like, super much.
It means a lot, honestly. And I've heard it from quite a few people, but it means a lot.
Oh, bro, absolutely.
I'll take it a little deeper than football. The biggest thing, like, I think to get myself, to keep doing it and pushing through was kind of just have to, like, make it, like you always said, you kept saying put it first.
But like, you wanted to put it first. You know what I mean? It's it's your passion, dude. I respect the fuck out of people who know what their passion is and put everything they else have forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you honestly, you're a fan of Gary Vee, right?
I like Gary Vee. He pisses me off sometimes because, like, in the morning I'm drinking my coffee, scrolling on Instagram, and I hear don't care what other people think. You're like, Gary's fucking early, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I can't do it.
Yeah, he's a little much, but
He's a little much, but I like Gary Vee. I feel you.
but that's the message I was gonna get to is just not giving a fuck what people think because for a while it was like I was like almost like embarrassed to like post those workout videos or tell my parents like I'm going to the field like I'm not like I'm that summer I was like I told my dad I was like I'm not doing an internship and you've met my dad before
Of course.
I was to tell him like I'm not doing an internship I'm
And he's probably like, what the fuck did you just say? You know what I mean? Like you,
but I had to like
you gotta explain it. You know what I mean?
yeah. But now, because like now I didn't give a fuck, and it all ended up all paying off. Because you have to be kind of fearless to,
Of course,
go from the bottom to the top.
dude. You were at the fucking very bottom, bro. And to be where you went, it's a crazy journey to watch. And it was awesome to watch from afar. Like I said,
Really appreciate it.
So okay, so what's the next step, Mr. Huddle? What's the next step? I saw your huddle, and I was like, you posted the highlight vid, and I was like. I was like, is this just something he's very proud of? Which is also very okay. Like, I'd like to see it.
It was.
But, like, what's the next move, bro?
So, I got invited to one of these, you've heard of the Senior Bowl?
Of course.
So, there's tons of other bowl
Of
games.
course,
like,
of course,
there's
of course.
FCS level ones, small school games, D2 games. I got invited to one. It was around Christmas time. And I fractured my ribs second to last game of the year.
Okay. So, you just needed to heal up.
I played through it last game of the year. But that kind of prevented me from going to play in that game because I was like, this is like a showcase game. I don't really want to I don't want to puncture along or do something bad to my ribs or my chest right now, like playing this game because I had heard the FCS games, the FCS bowl games aren't really as prominent as the the bigger the Senior Bowl,
of course,
all that stuff. I was afraid it was kind of just a scam the game because you have to pay for it.
Oh right.
So I ended up not going, and then. So this is this past December, not going, but I'm to this day I'm a little regretful I didn't go. So I've stayed in shape.
I saw you catching balls like yesterday, bro.
Yeah,
like I was like, bro, kid's still at it.
Yeah, this week I decided to go. That's Cody, that guy, that video I posted. I decided I'm like, let me stay ready because I'm actively searching for a job. I did a phone interview yesterday. I'm not saying I'm going all in on football necessarily.
Right. So,
but,
stay ready.
Yeah, I want to stay ready. I've talked to my coach. I'm trying to get into the Monmouth University Pro Day.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if they're having one. I don't think they have one every year. Last year they had some big time names that ended up getting a shot in the league. So they had a Pro Day.
So like you're trying to go to the league.
I mean, obviously you got to set your ceiling, as high as it can go. But I'm also a realist.
Right.
Like gradually. Honestly, it goes back to the same thing with Marist. I was a realist at first. I'm thinking, all right, I just got to earn my respect. Then it was, okay, I can get on special teams.
Right. Let me make the travels.
Gradually, it got to the point where I was like, all right, I can go start. So I was like, listen, I'm not gonna run a blazing 40. I'm undersized, but I think I can play in the XFL, that new league that started.
Of course, I want to get to talking about that as soon. Yeah,
I won't rule out CFL. And then like with the right training and all this stuff, I spoke with a performance coach today about like my body and my 40 and running form and all this stuff.
Bro, we did the fucking photo shoot for Red House, and I ordered us pizzas. You're like, nah, bro, I'm not having a slice. Yeah. I was like, bro, eat a fucking slice of pizza right now before I get pissed. But like,
I've gotten less strict with the nutrition, but I'm about to ramp it up.
Yeah, but like I'm saying though, like you're fucking disciplined. You could fucking do it. Yeah. One thing I want to talk about is my boy Boog, Eddie Elliott. He was a star running back at Westchester, and of course that's a PSAC D2. I mean, very similar type of program, but he was very, very good. And he went and he played in France.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
One of my buddies from Marist is playing in Germany next year.
Exactly, dude. So looking at that, dude, I'm an XFL Guardians fan, New York Guardians. Like, I'm full send because I can't take the Jets anymore and their levels of disappointment that irk my soul. You saw that picture of me at the Eagles game sitting while everybody's standing. You were like one of the people that commented on it, bro. I was miserable, bro. The Jets crush my soul on a daily, dude.
I don't even want to talk about Dallas. At least that the Jets are going to be back coming into the year.
But that's not fair, bro. Like, no, I didn't. Dude, no, I didn't. They promised me hope this year. Sam Darnold's second season. Yeah. Adam Gase is an offensive guru. You got Greg Williams in the defense. You got C.J. Mosley, Jamison Crowder, Jamal Adams coming back. Marcus Mays healthy. Tremaine Johnson's going to ramp it up with Greg Williams like he was when he was on the Rams. You know what I mean?
Now that you're saying that, you guys do have some talent,
Dude,
but
we got the number 3 overall draft, Quinnen Williams. You know, we traded Leonard Williams, so we have Steve McClendon. We had Henry Anderson, dude. We got Le'Veon Bell, who can't
don't-
get a first down, bro. We got Ty Montgomery. You know, Bilal Powell came back. You know, Robbie Anderson, Quincy Nunwa. Oh, bro. Fucking C.J. Mosley tore his groin. Quincy Nunwa's never going to play football again. Robbie Anderson's going to leave in free agency. Jameson Crowder, I like him a lot. Our O-line was terrible. Le'Veon Bell's going to get traded, and he's just a piece of shit. Even though I love him, I don't blame him. I blame Gase. Fucking Ty Montgomery, I don't think they're going to fucking re-sign him, so our fucking running back core is now fucking empty. We need a full new O-line. Quinnen Williams, the 3rd overall draft pick, didn't do dick this year.
Can I put the icing on the cake for you?
Oh, yeah, hit me with it.
Jamal Adams is coming to the Cowboys.
I swear to fucking Christ, bro. I swear on all that is good and holy.
He's coming.
If he's on the Cowboys, I will. I told him.
No, he's from Dallas.
Yeah, no, bro.
Oh,
He's my favorite player of all time.
Yeah,
I have a
tough.
signed Jamal Adams jersey at home. I don't have it here. I have a signed one of him at home. He's my favorite player. Follow him on Instagram, dude.
He's awesome.
I see you like his photos, like you're trying to recruit him,
Oh,
like
he's coming.
because like you like your fashion, you like his fashion,
yeah.
bro. He's mine, bro. I commented on one of his things one time. I was like, please don't leave us. I got 184 likes on a random comment underneath
Yeah.
his picture. Just people were like, people were fucking ripping me, like, he's gone, he's not coming back. Like, bro, we're gonna make him the highest paid safety in the league.
Nobody's got deeper pockets than Jerry.
Fuck Jerry, bro. How he's been handling this fucking bullshit. I mean, dude.
I get that pain when Des Bryant left the Cowboys.
Oh, you were sick. I remember, bro, you posted outside MetLife like this with the fucking X in your chest. You're like, I miss you, Des. Like, bro, like, oh my God, dude. It was like, I like, and Robbie's my second favorite. Like, dude, and he's about to hit free agents. Dude, he's a walk-on. You know what I mean? Like, I like those stories. Like, okay, so let's talk about this. No, this is what I want to talk about first. Okay, I'll tell you a story. When a little bit of context, I work at a media company, and you were interning at a different subsidiary of the media company within my building. So during that summer, no lie, during that summer, I think I told you about it. We had the AAF executive team come into my team because what I do is I buy advertising and media for companies who are my clients. Yeah. So the AAF came in and they pitched me hard, bro. Not me, like I was just listening to the meeting. Like obviously I was a 22-year-old kid, like I wasn't making no fucking decisions. Like, but they came in and they were like, we're gonna have teams with cities that have like crazy college followings like Birmingham and like San Antonio, and then we're gonna have like Bill Polian, head of the league, and then we're gonna have Troy Polamalu, head of player personnel, and we're gonna get rid of like kicking, and we're gonna do all that stuff. And like they were like, we're gonna be the most smartest strategic, like we're gonna have like apps, live betting on the apps. And bro, in my head, I was like, this is gonna be the next greatest thing of all time, bro. I was literally, dude. You could ask my Tom. I literally came to him and I was like, bro, the AAF is going to be the best thing that's ever happened to us, bro. I was full send. I was trying to watch every game. Like they had fucking they pitched me hard and I was like, I'm sold. Like I'm in. This makes sense. I like it. It's kind of like a minor league for the league, whatever. And somebody who we know, Ishmael Hyman, was on the Orlando Apollos. So I was like, oh, this is my squad.
And it propelled him. I was going to say, it didn't work out on the business side, but for the players, it definitely gave a lot of guys
100,000%.
You just said the minor leagues, like for the end of that, they need something like that.
They need, because, dude, you look at these people, like the linemen, dude, you know what I mean? Like, so me and my dad, somebody from our, like I was saying this the other day, somebody from our high school makes it into the league. Like, bro, regardless if I'm friends with that person or not, that's like one of us making it. You know what I mean? Like, bro,
Ish is a great dude too.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He trains with Cody and us all the time, and he does not act like he's different because he's in the league now. Great dude.
Dude, I'd love to fucking have a conversation with him like this, honestly, bro. How? So like he was in the AAF. So then me and my dad, like my dad and I would send him like our highlights back and forth, like when he would catch balls, Orlando Apollos, and then all of a sudden the league was just like, just kidding. We can't pay anybody. It's over. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, what happened? And then, bro, Ish posts this fucking an Instagram of him signing with the Browns, like post Odell news, and you're like, oh, like, let's fucking go. Like him. And then, dude, he's in the locker room, like Snapchatting with like him and Odell, and like I'm like, and the Odell reposted it. I'm like, what is happening, bro?
Yeah, any boy.
Like, bro, like that's crazy. And like, dude, as somebody who I know you love Odell, you love Odell probably, and Jarvis, like you like the fashionista receiver.
yeah.
That's you could tell. That's like who you like, not who you want to be, but that's who you are. Like you relate to those people the best. Like, you know what I mean? Like we were just talking about Diggs. What did I see you post one time? It was like, don't fucking at me, bro. Diggs got the best fashion in the league, hands down.
Crazy fit on. It was like a full corduroy suit.
Oh, full
not suit. It was like a corduroy jacket.
Yeah. I love
trousers.
I love corduroy. I love corduroy. Dude.
I came out.
He's fresh.
I came out the style of some other guys in that post, but I don't want to offend anybody on here.
Okay, let's go back to the XFL. XFL.
Sure.
So, like I said before, the Jets destroy me on a cellular level. We lost to not one, but 2 winless teams this year.
Beat the Cowboys though. I was there.
Bro, that was I needed that win. I needed that. But it also got you a new head coach that you desperately needed.
Correct.
Okay. I needed that win. I
just wish I didn't go to the game.
I feel you.
I bought the tickets that morning.
Yeah, bro, I feel you.
On one of those apps.
I had a good feeling that game, the entire game. I had a good feeling. But anyway, I digress. So, I'm whatever the fuck. I'm an XFL Guardians fan because, dude, they're my squad. I'm a New York team, and this is what I was saying to Tom the other day, was that, like, dude, you go to Philly, or you go to Boston, or you go to Pitt, or you go to fucking somewhere else. Like, dude, you go to Philly. Philly's my main point. You go to Philly, everybody's an Eagles fan, everybody's a fucking Phillies fan, everybody's a Sixers fan. Automatic. And I like that, like, everybody around is that. Like, I went to Westchester, bro. 95% of fucking everybody was a fucking Eagles fan. Did I riot when the Birds won my senior year? Oh, I fucking rioted, bro. Watching Brady jerseys burn in the streets while fucking little El Caballos with the fucking SWAT teams were on their back. Oh, fuck yeah. I was fucking rioting. I love that shit.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
But I like the fact that everybody likes so you like the Cowboys? No. You're a New York XFL Guardians fan, unless you get signed by another team, and then I will change teams. But, like, bro, like, that's what I'm trying to tell all my friends. Like, why don't we all just like the same team? Like, I've never been in a place where we, like, dude, Tom lives here, Eagles fan. You, Cowboys fan. Dude, high school, bro, but Cummins is a 49ers fan. I'm like, bro, you are.
Oh, he's probably on his.
Oh, yeah, he's hype. He's hype. But I'm just trying to say, like, I've never been in a spot where everybody likes the same team, and I think that's really fucking cool.
See, as a Cowboys fan, I'll say I enjoy that. I enjoy being a Cowboy fan in New York, and if I go to the bar to watch the games on Sunday with like 10 kids, I enjoy being like one of maybe 2 Cowboy fans. Like I like, especially against the Giants.
I don't like any aspect of being a Jets fan, to be honest. I don't like it at all. Yeah. Like, bro, and it's to the point where I literally watch bro, when I tell you I didn't give a shit, like, when they were in the AFC Championship games, I didn't give a shit, bro. Like, I remember my dad watching them and being upset and, like caring, and so did my little brother, but, like, I didn't get, bro, so when I went to college, Chris Colapinto, and then, like, a bunch of kids who lived in the house that I hung out with all the time before I joined my fraternity loved the Jets. So I was like, oh, I'm a Jets fan. I'll watch the game. And then I was like, yo, I have to get in this to be a part of this. And dude, 3 years later, I'm fucking getting the NFL fucking package on my TV because I can't get it fucking CBS locally in Philadelphia.
Changes everything.
Slamming my screen because we fucking re-signed Ryan Fitzpatrick, and then he's ruining Brandon Marshall's career, bro. And then Robbie the Jets, bro. And then Uncle Josh, and then Bryce Petty, bro. Sam Darnold was, and then, dude, honestly, like, I would have rather Sam Darnold broke his collarbone than get mono this year, honestly. Do you know what type of level of devastation it takes to know that your starting quarterback, who's 22 years old, younger than you are, has mono and can't play football? Bro, I was literally like, you know what?
It was just Jets. That was just Jets.
It's just, like, exactly. You couldn't have said it any better. Okay. So, like,
I love that you went through that transformation of, not a huge fan to a super fan now.
Yeah, but, like, honestly, that, and then, like, not even, like, watching, like, Red Zone. Fantasy does do that. Like, I've honestly, like, drafted very well in fantasy. Like, this year I had Michael Thomas and Austin Hooper, like, 2 people who I just, like, really liked. Like, this is how I draft in fantasy. I draft players who I want to watch, not who I think are going to be good. Because one year, I drafted Leonard Fournette, his fresh rookie year, because I was like, I love LSU. When they won, I was fucking hype. Because I had the LSU keys, the lanyard, when
I remember that.
in high school. just because like I just liked their football team. Like I liked their vibe. Like I never wanted to go there.
Matthew
Yeah.
kind of set that for us.
And then dude, Odell, Jamal, Jarvis, like dude, fucking sick, dude.
They got all the icons.
Yeah, dude, they do have fucking icons. So, I really just liked their vibe. Where was I going with this?
Fantasy football.
Okay, so I drafted Leonard Fournette like his freshman year, his rookie year, just because like I wanted to watch him, and he did well. You know what I mean, like that type of shit. But whatever, yeah, like I went through it, and that's why I wanted to have this conversation with you so bad, because watching shows like QB1 or like, you know what I mean, or like Last Chance U, like you see these stories, and it's almost like seeing a story of somebody you know who went through. You can't tell me that the kids on those shows don't go through similar processes than what you do. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, they're like FSU like dropouts and like, you know what I mean, like bro, my favorite. Do you watch the show?
I was definitely blessed with a great support system at home.
Oh, of course, of course. Do you watch the show Last Chance U?
I've watched a couple episodes here and there, but I do enjoy Hard Knocks a lot.
Oh, dude, you want to talk about AB right now?
No, I can't.
Yo, bro,
I just don't understand.
No, that man's fucked up in the head.
It's sad.
You could tell that he's literally degenerating on a brain level. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he like fucking dropped dead like relatively soon. Yeah. Like I didn't watch the Aaron Hernandez thing yet. Have you watched it?
I started it last night.
Oh, how many episodes is it?
I don't know how many it is. I'm through half of the second one right now. It's wild.
Really?
It's got an eerie feel to it too. You should. It's a good watch.
I just love the fact that it's the Patriots, and I fucking hate the Patriots. Bro, I watched.
There's a twist in there that you're not gonna be expecting at all.
Oh, I'm sure. Also getting into more sports and getting into more football. I can't really say anything about the Aaron Hernandez thing because I haven't watched it, but like I've seen certain things about it. It's fucking nuts. Yeah, but like crazy. This is the point I was gonna make was I'm a giant Pat McAfee